again, my little yarnivores and spiderettes. Fiber Spider back again with another tutorial just for you. Another lovely lacy stitch, the cluster ring stitch. This, I think, would be awesome for a wrap, or a table runner, a coverlet, or a beach cover-up. Really like it very, very much. It's only a 4-row repeat, very simple once you get used to the repeat. And for this particular piece, I used Lion Brand's Pound of Love. No, this video is not sponsored, but I always like to let you know what it is that I use in case if you want to duplicate the results. The colorway here is taupe, and we're going to be using the same yarn for today's tutorial. And a size I 5.5 millimeter hook. And without further ado, let's get started. First things first with the chain setup. For this stitch, you're going to need a multiple of 10 chains plus an additional 3 chains. So you can make this as wide or as narrow as you want to. As always, I do suggest doing a swatch first. See how many multiples you'll need for the eventual width that you're going for, get used to the stitch first, and proceed from there. So for today, I have 3 multiples of 10 plus an additional 3. So I've got 33 chains here. You can, of course, do as many as you want, but we're trying to keep this simple for today's example. So get your multiples of 10 plus an additional 3 ready, and I'll see you in a bit. Row 1. Okay, so for row 1, going to start by doing a double crochet into the 4th chain from the hook. Now, of course, you can go underneath that top loop or the back loop. What I have found that I prefer doing actually is going through the top loop and the middle loop so that you end up with 2 loops on your hook. Personal preference. Do as you will. And double crochet. And then from there, chain 3. And skip 3 chains. And then into the 4th chain, 3 double crochets. And again, going underneath 2 of those loops, because I find actually that it stretches less than if you just did, say, the top loop, and makes it look a little bit more tidy. There you are. Okay, from there, chain 3. Skipping 3 chains once again. 1, 2, 3. Then into the next 3 chains, going to do 3 double crochets together. So going into that 4th one, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, go into the next. Almost. There we go. Pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, and then going into the next. Pull up a loop, pull through 2, and then pull through all 4 loops on your hook to double crochet 3 together. And we're going to do this back and forth between doing 3 doubles and 3 doubles together. So, chain 3, skipping 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, okay, into that 4th, 3 double crochets, into that 1 chain, chain 3, skipping 3 chains, and then into the next 3 chains, double crochet 3 together. And this, quite frankly, I think is the hardest part of this particular stitch pattern, working within the chain. After this, it's really quite simple, I think. So chain 3, skipping 3 chains into that 4th, 3 double crochets, and we are almost at the end. So again, chain 3, and then we're going to skip 1, 2, 3 chains again, and then those last 2 chains, double crochet 2 together. It's a little tricky to work, but patience and persistence pay off. Okay, so your piece should look something like this. All right, onwards to row 2. Row 2. Start off by chaining up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, that is actually going to create a treble crochet and a chain 3 space. So going to skip all the way to these 3 doubles here and just double crochet into each one. All right, then chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, skipping across, and then into these 3, again, 3 double crochets. Takes a little bit, getting used to working over such a broad expanse, but you get used to it, especially when you have more fabric to work with. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and we're going to do that once more. Chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Skipping across to the next grouping, double crochet into each. And we have reached the end. So here, chain 3, and then yarn over twice, because like I said, we need to do a treble crochet, and going to work into the top of, it's actually easier if I go about it this way, the top of that first double crochet, that 3rd chain there, like so. So pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Gives us the height there. So the reason why we did the treble crochet here in the chain 3 is because we started, like I said, with a chaining of 7. So that's 4 chains plus 3 chains plus 4. So it evens out. And there you go. So that is the end of row 2. Row 3. So row 3, we're going to be creating some new diamonds and completing others. So start off by chaining up 3. Double crochet into the same stitch so that we're having this diamond grow. Chain 3. And then this next diamond, we're going to finish it by double crocheting 3 together. So yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over into the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, then pull through all 4 loops on your hook. So that finishes this diamond. Now, going on to the next, it's not going to be as easy, but patience and persistence pays off. I'll show you what I mean. Chain 3. And we're going to be doing 3 double crochets into the 4th chain. Now, I would strongly suggest not to do just 3 double crochets into the chain space. Now, the reason why is because they have a tendency of spreading themselves out over time and ends up looking more like a granny cluster. You want these to be more contained. So we are going to bite the bullet and we're going to go into the actual chain, much like we did down here. So chain 3 and count to the 4th chain. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I find it helps if you sort of turn your chain a little bit. And again, going underneath those 2 loops. Would help if my yarn were a little bit more taut. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, underneath 2 loops of the chain once again. And double crochet. So smack dab right in the middle. And then 2 more double crochets into that same chain. And that way it has just a wee bit more of an actual point to it, and I think it looks a lot neater. So from here, chain 3, double crochet these next 3 together. Chain 3 into the 4th chain, 3 double crochets. It does take some practice, I will be the first to say, because usually with the vast majority of the stitches that I do, I would far rather go into chain spaces than into actual chains. Yes, I'll be the first to admit that, but the results, I think, are worth it. So from here, chain 3, and double crochet these next 3 together. There we are. Chain 3. And then into the 4th chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 double crochets. Okay, and that is the end of row 3. Row 4. Okay, so row 4, we're going to continue to have our new ones grow, and we're going to skip over the old ones. So from here, chain 3, turn the work, skip this first stitch, double crochet into the 2nd. So we're sort of maintaining the new ones while omitting the old ones. So we've got 2 double crochets at the end, chain 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, skipping over the old ones, and then double crochet into each of the 3 doubles there. There we are. Chain 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Skipping the old, going into the new with 3 doubles. Chain 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. Skipping over the old, going into the new, those last 2 double crochets, just 1 in each. There we go. Ta-da! And that is the end of row 4. See, like I said before, since we went into the actual chains as opposed to the chain spaces, they have a tapered look about them, and I think it looks a lot neater. So yeah, I think it's worth it. Anyway, onwards to row 5. Okay, so row 5, we're going to be finishing up existing diamonds and creating new ones. So we have to do a decrease at the beginning of row 5. So going to chain up 2, not 3, going to chain up 2, and then double crochet into the 2nd stitch. Honestly, I think it looks a lot neater in the long run if you only chain up 2. It's a little less flabby, a little less bulky on the edges there. So from here, chain 3, and then again into the 4th chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 double crochets. There we are. Chain 3. Double crochet the next 3 together. There we go. Chain 3. Skip 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, into that 4th chain, 3 double crochets. Chain 3. Double crochet the next 3 together. Almost had it. Didn't lose all of them, though. There we go. Almost to the end of the row. Chain 3. Into that 4th chain, 3 double crochets. Chain 3. And then double crochet the last 2 together. There we go. Ta-da! Now also, if you want to make your edges where it's 2 double crochets look a little bit neater than what I currently have it, you could chain up 2 instead of chaining up 3. That's fine too. But that is the end of row 5. So yes, now I am going to do a full repeat for you. And of course, you can end on whatever row that you choose. Honestly, I would suggest, though, end on a row where you have the ends and the beginnings going just like we had down on the first row. Personal preference. All right, so let's do a full repeat, shall we? Okay. All right, so row 2 for the repeat. Chain up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Turn the work. Skipping ahead to your 3 double crochets. 1 in each. Chain 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, okay, just double checking. All right, skipping ahead to the next 3 doubles, 1 in each. Chain 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Skipping ahead to the next 3 doubles and 1 in each. And then to finish up the row, chain 3 and treble crochet into the top of the decrease from the last row. Voila. All right, it's the end of row 2. Row 3 for the repeat. We need to have new diamonds grow and old diamonds vanish. So chain 3, turn the work, double crochet into that same stitch, chain 3, double crochet the next 3 together, chain 3, into the 4th chain, 3 double crochets, chain 3, double crochet the next 3 together, chain 3, into the 4th chain, 3 doubles, chain 3, double crochet the next 3 together, there we are, and we're in the home stretch, chain 3, and then 2 double crochets into the 4th chain from the bottom. Almost. I almost had it. Okay, let's do it this time. And then one more. Ta-da! Okay. Really coming along nicely. Now, it looks sort of square, but with the natural drape of the fabric, it has a tendency of stretching out with the weight of it and creates those signature rings. All right, so let's press on to row 4. Row 4 for the repeat. Okay, so from here, chain up 3, or 2 if that's your preference, and double crochet into the 2nd stitch, chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, skipping to these 3 doubles, a double in each, chain 7 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Skipping ahead to these next 3, double in each. Okay, chain 7 once more. 1, 2, 3, 4, thank you. 5, 6, 7, and then double crochet into each of the last 2 stitches. Okay, so that's row 4 for the repeat. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. I love how this looks. Last but certainly not least, row 5 for the repeat. Okay, so for this row, like I said, I do suggest chaining up 2, turning the work, and double crochet into the second stitch. From here, chain 3, and 3 double crochets into the fourth chain. Chain 3, double crochet the next 3 together, there we are, chain 3, into that fourth chain, 3 double crochets, chain 3, double crochet the next 3 stitches together, chain 3, in the fourth chain, 3 doubles, there we go. And yes, I've said it before, it can be rather fiddly doing these stitches into the chain. It does take time. It does take practice, but I believe in you guys. You guys are fabulous. You can do it. Just practice. Be patient with yourself. And don't forget, oxygen is your friend. Be friends with oxygen. Shake hands with oxygen. In other words, breathe. Okay, from here, chain 3, and then going to double crochet the last 2 together. The last one is always a little bit of a fuss budget, but persistence, yes. And there you are, a thing of beauty. It sings to me. All right, so that is a full repeat for you guys. And like I said, you really can end on any row, but I think ultimately that it looks best if you end on a row where you have the ends of one and the beginnings of another, or vice versa. All right. Alrighty, my dears, so that concludes today's tutorial of the cluster ring stitch. I really hope that you liked it, and if you did, please do give a thumbs up button down below. You know that I appreciate your appreciation, as always. Let me know what you think you might do with this stitch. What sort of thing are you going to make? What kind of yarn? Perhaps something sparkly, a little bit glam? Let me know. And until next time, you know what to do, right? I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay stitching, and above all, please, do stay safe. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now, everybody, and have a great, great day.